Good morning. Welcome to my SilverSneakers Flex chair yoga class. I'm Olivia. Let's get started. Sit against the back of the chair, please. Snuggle that pelvis in. Enjoy that padding there in the back. Not the padding on you, the padding on the back of the chair. And feet on the ground. Open your eyes really wide. Close them really tight. And then just let your face relax. Bring your attention to your breath. This is when you say, self, I need to let go. I need to allow myself to be present. I need to let go of the things I can't control today. And prepare my heart and my head for those things that I can later today. And this is the prep work. Breathing deep. Breathing full into the belly. Using every nook and cranny of your lungs. Get to the top of that breath. Breathe in a little more. Get to the bottom of that. Exhale out a little more by squeezing the rib cage. Remembering this breath, how smooth and even it is. Everything we do in yoga is going to be guided by this. So come back to this whenever you need to. Whenever you lose it. All right. Eyes open, soft gaze, a little smile on your face, a little organic joy for no reason at all. Huh? Let's scoot out to the edge of the seat. Coming into seated mountain pose, the feet go right underneath the knees. Just be careful they're not going out this way, right under the knees. In fact, press the feet into your shoes or into the earth. So I'm going to lean forward just a little bit and press them down into the ground. Remind yourself to stay grounded. And then sitting up tall, broaden the collarbones. Get the ribs out of your lunge. Close your eyes once again. Seated mountain pose. The chin is tucked so you feel the back of the neck as long as it can be, and the shoulders are going to drop away from the ears. Continue that deep breath, and now it's going to go into the back ribs and into the side ribs as well. One more breath. All right, tipping the head over to the right. Let the left fingers reach downward towards the earth. Drop the chin down toward your chest, and then slide that chin back up, and we'll go to the other way. Same thing. Tip the head over, reach the fingers down. It gives you another little extra stretch right in there. Center comes to your chest. And then lift back up, slide back up. Again, other side. I'm trying to get this snake charming music off in case you heard it. I just thought I'd try something new. We'll see. Drop the chin down to your chest and then slide it back up so that neck gets as long as it can in the back. And one more time on the other side. Chin down towards your chest. Come back up. Use your left fingers and push your chin over to the right. And then right fingers push over to the left. Back to the center. Lift the gaze up just a little bit. Maybe 30 degrees, not a lot. We never want to cram those vertebrae up in the back of the neck. And then just drop the chin, tuck it in. And then again, same thing. Lift it up and tuck the chin. Feet still very grounded. Up and down. One more time. All right, and let's go to the legs and the feet first. So up on that right leg, just a little circle in the ankle, one way, then the other way. Wiggle in the toes when you're home in your bare feet. Do it again. Extend the leg out, and then bring it right back in and up if you can. Out and in and up. Now, sit nice and tall. Press that low back forward a little bit, and you'll get a little deeper stretch. 2 more. And last one. All right, out to the side. She goes. All right, just a little circle. And then switch directions. Work at keeping head over heart over pelvis and as still a body as you can. And you do that by pulling the core muscles in, engaging the belly. All right, and out and circle around. So just gently, we're going to brush the ground here. Okay. And then switch directions. And around. All right, now. Turn that heel right towards the ankle, and I want you to imagine you have an itch up and down that leg. So you're going to just bring that leg up and down and scratch with your heel. Put the other foot on the ground. There you go. And one more time. All right, and relax. Ooh, I feel that. Huh? Other leg comes up. Deep breath in, a little circle in the ankle, and then the other direction. And then wiggle your toes. Okay, so we go out. And come right back in. Come up a little higher if you can. This is fine if you can't, but if you can get it up a little bit higher, still pressing that low back forward so you're not sinking back. Yeah. And out. Ooh. One more. All right. And then grabbing hold. You can take underneath the leg, that's fine. Or if just on the ground works best for you, that's fine. Let's try not to lean away from it. All right. Of course, I exaggerated. You want to use the other hand to keep you firmly planted nice and tall. That's okay. Switch directions. Go the other way. And one more. All right. So now you circle out. Just drawing a circle with your toes there. Or the top of your shoe. And then switch directions. All right. This is going to put you over the edge right here. Heel to the ankle and up and down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Oh, how's that feel, huh? Hands together. Clasp the hands around that upper body. I'm going to roll towards the tailbone. Great big basketball hoop here. Come back to the rib cage. Lift the heart. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One more time. And inhale back. Now bring the shoulders forward and the elbows. And we're going to go back the other way. And around. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands behind the head. I'm going to take my feet a little bit wider. Tip over. And then I'm going to bring my right elbow to the front of the room. And then we'll go left. Now, too much on the shoulders there. Go ahead and drop your hands to your shoulders. That's okay. All right. Alternating each side, down, and then forward. And then the other side, down. Hands on the shoulders if that feels better. Hands even on the hips if that feels best to you. All right. And forward. And one more. And forward. All right. And then swing your arms back and forth. Just let them swing, just like you were walking. Turning the body with it. All right, and then we're going to wash the wall right in front, side to side. All right, hands back to the heart, feet underneath you there again. Deep breath in, hinge forward, hands alongside of the thigh muscles. A little tuck in the chin, and then inhale. We're going to halfway rise. Bring the heart forward. This is our seated chair pose. Reach into chair pose. My arms are parallel to the ground. You can always bring them back to the heart if that feels better. You could always put one hand on the chair. It's a lot of work on the back. Even more work on the back comes into this goal post arm. So I am hinged forward here. Reach to the ceiling. Forward fold. Tuck the chin. Look under the chair. Inhale, halfway rise. Reach into chair pose. Reach into powerful pose. Pull the shoulder blades back, squeeze them together. And then just sit up straight. Yeah, nice. Little twist, let the arms just float down to the legs, to the chair. Let's come back to goalpost arms. I surrender. We go to the other side, all the way down. All right, now leave that left hand on the chair. We're gonna follow it back with the right. Sit back into the heel of the hands. Point the elbows towards the back of the chair and lift the heart. Now tuck the chin in. I'm going to extend my right leg out. This would be my version of what we would call fish pose we do on the ground. All right, come right back up, both feet in. Slide down, scoop the belly like you're rolling over a great big beach ball, and then roll back up. Same thing on the other side. You don't have to take the foot out, that's fine. Point the elbows to the back. Push into that cushy chair. Slide that foot out. Tuck the chin so that I don't want you to look all the way to the lights. I want you to look kind of on the diagonal so you don't let the head go back. Squeeze the shoulder blades in. Imagine they're going to scoop up your heart there. All right, both feet in. Scoop the belly. You're rounding over a great big beach ball here. Nice stretch. That should come all the way into the low back. Coming all the way up. Let's walk the feet out a little bit wider. And we're going to circle around. All right. Again. Funny, I don't remember turning that on. That's what's so weird. I guess I did. This should feel pretty darn good. All right, and then go the other way. One more time. All right, walk the feet back in and lift them up. And just let them flop to the ground. And then same thing. It's like you're waking the feet up. Whoa. And again. One more time. All right. Feet underneath you out to the edge of the seat. We take a deep breath in. We're going to take this candlestick pose. Draw that line up the ceiling. And as we swoop down and up, we're going to stand up, all right? Swoop all the way down, belly in, here we go. Rise all the way up, reach to the ceiling again. Beautiful work. One arm reaches a little bit higher into the shelf, and then the other one reaches a little bit higher. Let's do that one more time. Oh yeah, got to get that up there, and then that up there. Press the knuckles back. Turn the palms to the back. And then clasp the hands behind the back. I like to take this keyhole. So I'm going to grab my thumb, slide down by the tailbone, lift the heart, squeeze the elbows back, wonderful chest stretch. And then release, just shake out. Okay, grab a drink of water. Let's come around the back of the chair. No, well, yeah, grab a drink of water. We're going to come to the right side of the chair first. We're going to take some cat and cowboy. We're going to get it down a little bit lower today. So from the right side of the chair, grab hold of the side of the chair as if you were going to pick it up. All right, so you've got your fingers wrapped around it there. Bring the heart forward. It's like it's going to arc over the chair right there. Eyes up, heart comes forward. Exhale, round the spine. Tuck the tailbone. Look back to the thigh muscles. And then again, so I'm in this tabletop position, and then I bring the heart forward. So a little baby back bend. And then exhale, tuck the tailbone and round the spine. My feet are right underneath my hips. My hands are right underneath my shoulders. Keep going. We call this cat and cow. This is an exercise I think you need to do every single day. All right? You can do it on the chair. Soften the knees as much as you need to. You can do it with your countertop. But I think you should do it every day. One more time. And round. All right. Let's slide one foot back, that right foot back. Bring the heart forward. Come right back, switch, slide the other one back. You can keep the heel up or drop it down. Depends on how far back you're going, right? And back to the front. Okay, hands on the thigh muscles, bend the knees, tuck the tailbone, round back up. Shoulder rolls up, around, and down. And let's come around the chair. So back to downward facing dog, just to make sure everybody's got room to do this first. All right, hands on the chair, so walk the feet back. They're coming underneath the hips. You're going to turn that tailbone to the back wall, soften the knees to do that. That'll make it a lot easier for you. And breathe deep. Any movement you need, go ahead. Maybe stretch one
hip back a little further than the other, bend one knee, round the spine. Find some movement that feels good, and then come to stillness once again. Close your eyes. Deep breath in, exhale, open your mouth, just sigh. Okay, from here we're going to come to upward facing dog. So you are far back from the chair. You're going to step in on the right foot. Roll towards the ball of the foot on the left. Let the arms straighten. Take the gaze up. So you're going to feel a nice stretch down the front of the body. Stepping back. Step forward on the left. Here's that long inhale. Lifting up, lifting up. Exhale. Let's use the breath to guide this movement. Back on the right foot. Pressing up into the heel of the hands. Lift the heart. And exhale back. Here's the exhale. The inhale brings us forward and up. And exhale takes us back. Hands on the thigh muscles. Reverse swan dive. Lead with the back of the hands coming up. Forward fold. Right smack down the middle. Halfway rise. Slide up your legs. Heart comes forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades in here. Using the hands on the thighs if you need them. If not, just gently. It's up to you entirely. And then circle sweep. Come all the way up. Look to the palms here. We're going to rotate them. Thumbs out. And then circle them down. All right, perfect. Perfect. Step in on the right foot. Step back on the left foot. I'm going to swing that left arm around. It's going to come right back up. And breathe. And then let's put that hand down and we'll swing the right one around. And bring it up. Let's take both of them around and swing them up. So you have lots of variations there. It's going to make it easy for you. Warrior one, palms out, elbows press back, heart comes forward a wee bit more. Beautiful. Circle sweep down, all the way back. Again, elbows back, palms out, squeeze the shoulder blades in and down. Up. One more time. Arms out, palms turn, elbows back, and turn. Arms come up, step both feet together. Deep breath. And down. Step back on the other foot. Toe ball heel goes down. Front knee over the ankle, back leg is turned, back toe is turned out. Deep breath. Oh, no. Right arm back, all the way around. Take your gaze with it, and then the left arm around. Take your gaze with it if you can, and then both arms around. And we rise up into warrior one. Ta-da! Right, turn the palms. Elbows are going to touch behind your back. Imagine they are. Nice chest stretch here. Circle down. Up. Back. Circle down. One more. Okay, we're going to circle down. This time step both feet together. Reach to the ceiling. Take this candlestick pose, yeah? We're going to draw this line up the ceiling. All right, I'm going to step my feet out a little bit wider for a little broader base. Maybe you're already there. Take a little baby arc over, back to the center. You can bend the elbows and bring them in front if that feels better. Out to the side, reverse, circle them down. Come into standing mountain pose. Haven't even been here yet, standing. Okay, so heels right underneath the sit bones. Draw that tailbone downward towards the earth, all right, so the knees soften just a bit. Pelvic floor lifts, the belly comes in, the heart lifts, collarbones broaden. Yeah, nice. Wonder how long we could stand here. Could we walk through the earth like this? I hope so, All right, step on back so you don't hit your face. I'm going to take my feet wide. Toes are going to turn toward the corners of your imaginary box here. Arms out. Star pose. You need the chair, use one hand and get your hand on it, okay? Otherwise, both arms up. Go ahead and let everything lift up, and then what I want you to do is connect the ribs to the hips and drop the shoulders. There's our star pose. Soft bend in the knees, all right? We're not going to let them lock out. We put a little soft bend. Pressing the knuckles back a little bit more. Here's our sunflowers. Forward fold, don't hit your face. Come all the way up. And again, it's sort of like don't let the door hit you on the way out. And again, all the way down. So, bend your knees. And if you're not sure if you're going to be able to get back up, use the chair. But I need you to bend your knees here. You need to bend your knees, all right? Activities of daily living The muscles of independence. And again, one more time. All right, so from here we come into goddess pose. Elbows come down, knuckles, palms pressed back, and my knees are bent just a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna hinge over, reach to the ceiling, come back to the center. Other side. So it's like my shoulders are on this imaginary wall behind me and I'm scratching my back with it. And again. Lovely. One more time. All right, clasp the hands. Bring them, I didn't say clap. No, it's okay. I really meant to. Okay, so I'm going to bring the chair back to me because I'm going to pulse down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise up, clap. Yes! And again. 4, 3, 2, 1. You got it. 2 more times. Shoulders back, shoulders back. Try not to lean into the chair. 1 more time. 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk your feet in. Heel toe. All the way in. All right. Perfect. Step back on the right foot. We're going to come on the railroad tracks here. All right. So both legs are going to come straight. I'm going to come away from the chair. Again, bring it with you if you need it. All right. Both legs are straight. They're just not locked. Okay. Keep the chair handy if you need it. Lengthen the spine. Let the tailbone draw towards the earth. Okay, we're going to work the back here. I'm going to take it with one hand on the chair first. So I'm going to hinge forward the hip and reach for that Mounds bar. Come on back. Home joy. And come back without bending that front knee too much. And when you feel like you need to bend it too much, then just stop. All right? You don't need to go any further than that. And both hands. And pull back. Again, I don't know why that came to mind.
That's very good.
Thank you. And all the way back. Deep breath in. Extended namaste with pyramid pose. Step both feet together. If you don't need the chair, don't use it. Take the other foot back. Toe ball heel, go back. I'm going to take the same thing on this side. Once again, first I'm going to take my hand on the chair. Try not to bend in the knees and come into it this way. I want you to work at tipping that pelvis forward and really working the hamstring in the back of that leg, all right? You need to, I get it, it's okay. It's also about the back. Bringing the heart forward and back. One more time. Last one. All right, coming back. Now, this time I want you to push back. And from here, we're going to shoot into our chair pose. Sit back in that imaginary chair. Come right back up. All right, so get your feet comfortably apart here. You may want to check in again. Send that tailbone to the back wall, not underneath you, to the back wall. Come right back up. You need to take the hands in front if that feels better to you. That's fine. If you can take them up by your face, go ahead, do it. And all the way up. And this one we're going to hold, all right? Holding here. Now, hands on the chair, hands at your heart, hands anywhere you need, or goalpost arms. Eyes up, heart forward, all right? No looking towards the ground. Bring the heart forward. Lovely. Can you sink a wee bit deeper? Which means the hips go back. Circle down. Rise right back up. Deep breath in. All right, forward fold, halfway rise. Our little vinyasa, our flow series. Circle sweep. Come all the way up. Circle the wrist down. Lovely. Check out. Grab a drink of water. We haven't done that yet. Have we? Okay, so mountain pose. Lift that right heel from the earth. Chair is handy. Right heel, maybe the right foot. So I'm going to put a little micro bend in my left leg. Firm it up. Squeeze the glute. Squeeze the quadricep muscle. Maybe try a little balance for a moment. And then we're going to shoot that foot out to the right. Come on back. You can drag it in. You can lift it in. 2 more times. Push out. Come right back in. Try it nice and slow. So I've slowed this video down. And back. And this time we're going to come out here and stay here, turn that toe, sink into that knee. The left toe faces the chair, the right toe faces the right wall of your imaginary box. And then to the front. We always start going this way, right? So keep head over heart over pelvis. And notice when you do that, this knee is going to want to buckle in on you, right? I'm going to get this out of the way. So what I want you to do is get the outside edge of that leg pointing to the back, or reaching to the back wall, and then head over heart over pelvis. That may mean you need to come in a little bit more, but we get our feet and our body in the proper position. This is so unsafe for your knee. Another way to do that is to grab the earth with that outside, that baby toe edge of your foot. So really press it into the earth or into your sneaker. Arms come out. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Knee over the ankle there. Inhale, and now we land in Warrior Two. Head over heart over pelvis. Just turn the chin. Drop your chin down, looking past your belly. No judgment. Looking up to the back hand. And come back. Same thing. Look down towards the earth and all the way back up. Now slide towards the right wall. Rest the wrist. You're going to use the chair or allow that left arm to reach skyward. Looking to the front of the room. Here's our extended ankle. Let's try a little more here if you'd like. Let that arm float towards the side of the ear, all right? Not your nose, the side of the ear. It's not for everybody. You're going to want to roll that left shoulder around a bit. Engage that arm, long line from the heel to the fingertips. Beautiful. Circle down. Come all the way back up. Palm to the ceiling. Let's go back to reverse. So we're going to lift that arm. Sink into that front knee. We tend to straighten the front leg when we come up, right? So keep that knee over the ankle and reach. Beautiful. Now with this left hand, you have choices. Hand on the chair, on the thigh, or slide it into your back right pocket for a little bit of a bind. Notice the chest opens up even deeper, so take that nice deep breath in. All right, we're going to straighten that front leg, and we're going to come into our triangle pose. Now here's the image I love. You're going to grab a paintbrush on the ceiling. You are going to paint that right wall, so you've got to reach out to it. My front leg is straight, and I'm going to windmill my arms until I find my shin or the chair with any leg. So right arm down, left arm up. Perfect. I'll get you. And then let the hips push a little more forward and the shoulders draw back. Maybe turn the gaze to the front of the room, maybe skyward. Just resting the fingers. Breathing deep. Same thing. We're going to circle this arm around, land right back into Warrior Two, and a nice ta-da. Turn the toes to the front, hands on the hips, a little chest expansion. And we go the other way. Sink into that knee. Knee over the ankle. Again, don't let this knee buckle in. You want to keep that baby toe edge of actually both feet pressing into the ground. So arms out. They are parallel. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. See if you can just close your eyes and breathe through this. You need one hand on the chair to do it. That's okay. Remember that breath we started with. Keep it nice, fluid, very connected. All right, we're going to land in Warrior Two, and we hold. Look over those two peace fingers. Drop your chin. Look to the two peace fingers on the back hand, and then back to the front. And then we're going to slide to the left wall, like I put the Mounds bar over there, okay? And then we windmill the arms. Resting the wrist. Allow that arm to float skyward as best you can. You need to bend the elbow. You need to use the chair. Anyway, go ahead and do that. That's why that's there. Turning the gaze skyward if you can. A little work on the neck here. Belly in. And let's take that extended angle. So I'm going to turn the palm and let that arm float towards the side of my ear. Roll that right shoulder back a bit more. It's a little more work. Work where you're comfortable. Find what feels good. And we circle that arm around. Coming right back up, head over, heart over pelvis. That should feel good now, right? Palm to the ceiling, lifting up. Breathing deep. Now, with this right hand, you can keep it there on the leg, into the back pocket. It's going to open the chest, broaden the collarbones. Everything comes from that mountain pose, remember? Breathing deep. All right. And this is where we're going to come into triangle pose. So you're going to straighten that front leg. Don't let it lock, but we straighten it. Reach for that paintbrush that's up there. Paint that left wall. Reach all the way over to it, pushing the hips to the right as you reach to the left, and the arms win, 180 degrees, or whatever you're able to do, and turn the gaze. Now, watch we're not hanging out on this leg. I'm just resting my fingers. My legs have firmed up. My core muscles have firmed up. I'm lifting that rib cage a little more skyward. This is a lot of work. Drop that arm down. And come back to warrior two. Both toes to the front, hands on the hips. A little chest expansion. Deep breath. And then get that chair handy. Let's roll up onto the toes. Drop back into the heels. And then lift the toes. Rise up. Sink down. Lift the toes. Now, if you want to lift the balls of your feet, that's fine. Let's try not to rock back. Okay. Just up, down, and lift. And again. Up, down, and lift. So you're working the outside edge of the foot when you do this. When you're home in your bare feet, try it again. One more time. And down. All right, now walk the feet in one more time. Back to downward facing dog. Breathing deep. Turn the toes to the right. Turn the hips to the left. Turn the toes to the left. Turn the hips to the right, just to get a nice side stretch in. All right, take the gaze over the chair. So you've got this little baby back bend. You're gonna walk, scoot into the chair, keeping those elbows bent, and they're gonna come right into your rib cage there, all right? Now, I'm gonna push on my hands and rise up. I'm gonna sink right back down. So I'm gonna work the triceps in the back of the arm right now, and sink down. Again, push. So all my weight's coming onto my chair here. I normally say don't put weight on the chair. That's what I want you to do right now. 4 more of these. Tuck the elbows in tight. They're going to want to splay out to the side. We would call this in, it would be my version of chaturanga in yoga. 2 more. And last one. All right. Beautiful. Come back. Let the arms release. And come into chair pose, come into mountain pose. Nice and tall. Okay, grab a drink of water first. We're gonna balance. Coming around to the right side of the chair. You thought I said bouncing? Okay, around to the right side of the chair. Mountain pose once again. I have my hand on my chair. You don't have to use it, but it's always there. Remember that, and this may get it. And you'll probably find you have 2 different legs too. I'm going to lift up on my right heel. So just come to the toe. Still in mountain pose, just a little switch. Yeah. But it reminds that leg you've got to really firm it up. And then I'm going to let that leg leave the earth, and I'm going to put my hand on the chair. Okay. So supporting the leg, you want to grab hold of the tights or your pants. That's okay if you can come underneath. Now, I'm not really supporting the leg. It's just kind of sliding under there for a little bit of help. Squeeze the glutes and the left cheek there. Yeah, nice. And holding. And then let that leg transfer out to the corner of the room here. Now, without turning the body, it's just the leg. So keep head over heart over pelvis to the front. Breathing deep. And should you find balance, hands come to the hip. I'll give you an extra minute there to do that. Okay, bring that knee back to the front. Drop the knee to the ground. And I want you to hinge forward and extend that leg out. And I've got, my foot is flexed in the back. Extend my right arm out. Belly in, eyes up, heart forward. Yeah. So As I go to release the other hand, if you want to touch that toe to the ground, go ahead and do so. Or keep it up. Your call entirely. Airplane pose. All right, bend that knee even deeper. Step that toe way back and rise up. Here's our high lunge. First, we're just going to take an arc over from here so you feel a nice stretch down that hip flexor where we just worked, right? All right, circle sweep that arm around to the chair. Drop that right shoulder, hinge forward like you're trying to look around the corner here of the chair. Let that left shoulder lift on top of the right shoulder, and you have a great twist right here. I'm going to hold on to the chair with both hands, but should you find balance, maybe bring that left hand to your hip, maybe extend that left hand up. Twisted chair, twisted high lunge. Breathing deep. All right, let's come back to the center. Use the chair, push on it. Rise back up. And should you find balance, we'll take the other one up as well. My front knee is over the ankle, back leg is straight. I'm up on the ball of the foot in the back. I'm going to reach forward and step the back foot in. Upward salute, we call this. And back to mountain pose. Not bad, huh? Yeah, lovely. A little twist, a little more balance. Let's go to the other side. This would be my version of standing big toe pose, which looks like this. Yep. We're not going to do that. We're going to stay right there. I mean, it's the same thing. You're working the same muscles. You just don't have that same inner thigh stretch. Honestly, I did. I'll tell them later. My TV crowd doesn't need to hear that. Okay, so the other side. We're going to switch to the right foot, lifting the left heel. Trying not to let anything change in the body as that foot just travels up. And then let it reach towards the back of the leg, using the chair. Moving to the corner of the room. I'm going to keep this foot flexed here because when I send it back, I want it to remember, if your body has turned here, you're going to struggle to get balance. So head over, heart over, pelvis. Bet you didn't know you were that good. All right. Knee in. That sole of the foot's going to go back. And extend the arm out. Now I'm really working the glute, my seat, and the back of the leg right here. Heart coming forward. Airplane pose. Use Bernoulli's principle. The front of your body is lifting. Wind coming up over the top and going down the back. All right. And maybe you find a little balance. Maybe you need the chair. Maybe you want the toe on the ground. Hinge a little bit deeper. Step that foot back as far as you can. Just the ball of the foot. The heel is up. We're going to take first that arc over to relieve that hip flexor. This should feel really good. Thumbs pointing to the back wall. Nice stretch. All right, so it's like you're going to peek around the corner here. I'm going to bring that hand to the chair. Drop that left shoulder underneath the right shoulder and look to the right wall. Should you find a little balance, I'm going to hold on with both hands. You maybe bring that hand to your top hand to your hip. Or maybe the ceiling reaches up. Nice twisted chair pose. I'm going to start twisted high lunge. I'm going to stay right here. Breathing deep. Remember that breath we started with. Come back to it. One more breath. All right, we're centered. We're coming right back up to our high lunge. So push through that front foot. And should you find balance, the other arm goes up. Drop your shoulders, everyone. Connect the ribs to the hips. And find that good core, that good strength in your middle. Breathing deep. All right, I'm going to push forward, reach to the ceiling, upward salute. And this time we'll take a forward fold. Oh, so very, very lovely. Halfway rise, squeeze the shoulder blades, and circle sweep. Pass through that chair pose. All the way up. Circle the wrists, wiggle the fingers, wiggle your feet. All right, let's grab a drink of water. I think we sit back down. Yep. Ooh. That's a lot of chatter today. Sorry. We all did well. Okay, edge of the seat. We're going to... I hope you saw my feet most of the time. Here we go. Okay, up on the right leg. find the tip of the sit bone. So that means you need to drop the leg a little bit. That's fine. Deep breath in, bring it out to the side a little bit more to get that little stretching through the back. This, I would say, is kind of like seated half baby pose. Let's just try this. Maybe reach for the leg. Draw that back a little bit more. Now you got to have some strength in the arm. Yeah, that'd be great. You could come underneath there. That's okay. Yeah, it would be like, we do this laying on our ground, laying on our back on the ground. Grab our feet. Happy baby pose. Okay, so here we go. We're going to bring this leg over. If you've been told not to cross the midline, you have knee trouble, hip trouble, this just don't feel good, don't do it, okay? I want you to put this foot right underneath your knee, okay? That's key because we tend to do this. So keep that right underneath and then let that low back press forward. That's where you'll feel that wonderful stretch if that's part of your practice, all right? Try to relax. Take a deep breath. And keep this foot flexed. I have to do that to protect my knee, otherwise it'll go wonky on me. And this is our wonderful figure 4 stretch. Great for that piriformis muscle. Breathing deep. This is all you need. We don't need any more than what you need, all right? What feels good, little tension, no pain. Cross that leg over, or if that isn't part of your practice, go ahead and take it on the ground. Deep breath in. Cross the hands, and it doesn't matter to me which ones you're going to cross over. I'm going to press the knuckles in. I'm drawing my elbows together, and try to keep them off of your chest here. Now, take a deep breath in. Hinge at the hip, and scoop the belly. Let the elbows touch the knee. Come right back up, and we twist to the right, and let the arms float down. Full deep breath. Come on back to the front. All right, we take the other side into our happy baby pose. So draw that right back. You could grab hold here, extend that leg up. You can keep it right here. It does not matter to me. Just want to work at getting a little stretch down the back of that leg. Let that low back press forward. Nice, nice. Everybody's got it. All right, here we go. Over the leg. Again, this foot is right under the knee. Don't let it slide underneath you there. And then keeping this foot flexed, press that low back forward, find length in that spine, head over heart over pelvis, broaden the collarbones as best you can. Yeah, nice. Feel that tension, you need more, find it. I hate to say how to do that because everybody will do it, but if you need a little more tension, if you're fine right there, then just stay there. You need a little more tension, you're going to hinge forward and you'll feel it happen. But lead with the heart, because if you round the spine, it goes away completely, right? So work where you're comfortable. I know I take a risk when I say that. All right, coming right back up. I'm going to cross this leg over or on the ground, whatever works for you. Deep breath in. Cross the other hand over. Yeah, right. Lower down. Elbows are going to squeeze together. Knuckles are going to squeeze together. So you're getting a wonderful stretch across the back there, right? Take a deep breath. Lifting up. Now you're going to rainbow arc out to the kneecaps. Round that spine. Scoop the belly. Navel towards the spine. Tuck the chin. And then we come up. We're going to twist to the left. Open the arms. Ah, that needs a da-da, huh? Whew. Beautiful. Just a nice twist. Looking over the shoulder if that works for you. Broaden the collarbones. Once again, we tend to round into this. Come on back to the front. Legs about chair width apart. We're going to slide down. So again, I put this nice big beach ball here. And you're going to scoop the belly and round right over it. Let this stretch come into the low back. That navel is in towards your spine. Take a breath. Exhale. Come right back up. Hands back at the crease of the hip. Elbows back. Lift the heart. And release. Push back to the chair. One more on the feet, toes, wrist, fingers. Little wiggle, little shake out. Walk up the wall. Whatever. All right. And then settle back in. Push that pelvis back into the chair, through the spine. Tuck the shoulder blades underneath. Of course, if you're really tall, that won't work. the eyes just drift closed again. Relax the jaw and throat. You should be a little bit tired. And this is when you kind of reap, especially if you took both classes, this is when you start to reap the benefits of the stretch hormones, those endorphins. They're the feel-good hormones, and they are released when you stretch, when you strengthen. So enjoy them. Notice how good it feels to finally be still. And maybe not have that banter in your ear for a bit. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth and let the biting teeth unclench. How often do you get a chance to sit still and just focus on your breath? You're welcome. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Yeah. Bring the hands together at your heart, eyes open, soft gaze. Sunday we celebrated Mr. Rogers' birthday. The entire denomination celebrated it. So we had curriculum and liturgy that was passed out. And this is, our secretary did a bunch of his little sayings. One of my favorite ones, this is not on here, was and when times are when you are afraid, look for the helpers. Just love that. But here, it's not the honors and the prizes and the fancy outsides of life which ultimately nourish our souls. It's the knowing that we can be trusted, that we never have to fear the truth, that the bedrock of our very being is good stuff. Yeah. Hands together at your hearts, remembering a heart of peace shall give life to the whole body. Namaste. Namaste. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Great job. Great job. This is my husband.